Hi, I'm Becca and I'm addicted to media. Today we're going to talk about the Turnabout Samurai Arc of the Ace Attorney anime series. The 5th, 6th, and 7th episode about the Steel Samurai and the murder that takes place because of that TV show in the TV shows. TVception, guys. I love it. So I'm going to be talking about those 3 episodes as a whole, and yeah, I cannot guarantee that this is a spoiler-free zone at all anymore. Go back, watch the show. It's free on crunchyroll.com. Again, I am not sponsored. That's where I watch my anime, and I know that it is free to watch Ace Attorney series with the alternate subs on crunchyroll.com. That is the only place I know that you can watch them. So if you want to watch a series, go and watch that. Come back here. It is a fun time. We are having so much fun talking about this series. So, bye-bye if you want to go watch that. The music is really growing on me in the intro. I think it sets up the show really well. It makes you get excited for what's to come next, and I think that that is doing really well. The animation for the intro is weird, it's super dramatic, and is that just like a thing that happens? Are intros always just really emo and dramatic for anime? Because I don't remember this trend, but then I was watching Free and there was a lot of emo dramatic stuff happening in the intro of that too. And then you watch the show and it's like not that dramatic. I don't get it. I kind of love it. It's just strange, and I don't feel like it fits perfectly, but I do like the animation intro. What is with the sunflowers, okay? Because there's sunflowers in the end too, and I don't get it. There is a sunflower that pops up with Dual Destinies that is pretty significant, but why is there sunflowers in this show when it is so early on in the series? I must be missing something. Please, somebody tell me. Maya makes this show so much better. Her character is depicted so faithfully to what I remember from the original trilogy in the game series. I am so excited that she's coming back in the next game, so that was probably a game spoiler if you haven't played the series, but whatever, I don't care anymore. I'm really excited. She's coming back. I love her character. I love Maya, and she's making this show feel so much more like the games. Her picking on junk food all the time and definitely like breaking Phoenix's bank because she's eating junk food so much and he's taking care of her. I also loved how like fangirl she was over Steel Samurai. That is definitely true to the game series. It was beautiful, and especially since I have been fangirling over so many things this month because of, if you haven't seen my video, Anime Month, it's just really well done. Just her having all of the videos and then Nick Phoenix getting really into it was beautiful. Her being really quick to judge a situation and a person was really funny too. Seeing it play out in the show instead of seeing it play out in the game actually brought this to my attention more, that she's so quick to judge people. I've been noticing this a lot in anime and manga lately, that like characters are really quick to judge people and that that's like an okay thing in Japan, whereas here in the US at least, but I think in most English-speaking countries, like that's pretty frowned upon. If you judge somebody before you know them, like that's kind of taboo, even though people do it all the time. I just mean that it's taboo to talk about it and to like say things like that. So it's just really interesting to see that. He has a mask, so she knows him as the masked character that she knows, and she's like, it's the Steel Samurai, he could never kill anybody. And then the next shot is her like seeing Will Powers, the man behind the mask, and she's like, oh, he definitely did it, he's a murderer. And I just thought that that was really funny in the moment, but then I was also thinking about it and I was like, oh wow, there was a moment when I was reading Host Club and there was a character that was judged by his appearance, and that's like something that is really frowned upon in American culture. So it was really weird and interesting to see that difference in the cultures right there. Again, I have a lot of positive things to say about the story arc. I loved Wendy Oldbag. She is again so true to her character in the game. I loved seeing her talk incredibly fast because In the game, she talks so fast, the script goes by so quickly that you cannot catch half of what she is saying. And in the show, because people can't talk that humanly fast, the subs are slower and you can actually read what she's saying, and it is so hilarious. She goes on this like tiny little rage rant. I love seeing her talk about just anything because she's just such a fun character. I love the jokes about Gumshoe's names. I love that that was back. Again, I mean, I just can't recommend the alternate subs enough. I just wrote down a list. One of them was Maya calls him Gumtree, then Miss Oldbag Wendy calls him Detective Scruffy McTrenchcoat, which is beautiful because you can see him right here. That's what he looks like. And the last thing is Phoenix calls him Suede Shoes because his name is Gumshoe, Suede Shoes. A few things that I was a little concerned about from the start. They really glossed over the first investigation. Now I'm kind of remembering that in the game there isn't a lot that you pick up from the first investigation, so maybe that's why they did have some pretty fun rolling shots of them out investigating, and like really fun scenes like that that were just touched upon. Like you could just see them, there was music, there wasn't a lot of like people talking to other people. So I understand that. We get less time being introduced to the Steel Samurai show, which again is a huge part of this series and the fandom. Most of the characters talk about Steel Samurai or watch Steel Samurai or the spin-offs or whatever, so I was just I'm a little concerned that they skipped over that. With Wendy Oldbag and Edgy, I was very, very, very happy with how their dynamic is portrayed in the series. The quirkiness of the characters was definitely coming through in this episode. A+ to that. There was one translation that I did not like though. In the English translation in the game series, Wendy calls Edgy Edgy Poo. In this, she calls him Edgy Boy. It just doesn't have the same ring or connotations to me. Edgy Boy sounds like she could be talking to him as like a son, because she's a lot older than him, in more of a maternal kind of way. But in the game series, like, she's in love with him. She's obsessed with him. That name fell flat for me. The intensity of when somebody reveals information on the show is just awesome. Like, it's so intense. I love how dramatic everything on the show is. I think I have a picture of Wendy Oldbag with like the most intense face ever. There it is, if I have it. One thing I really didn't like was the super creepy director. He was uncomfortably pervy towards Maya in the 6th episode. I don't remember him being so disgusting in the game series, but maybe that's because we didn't see him fully animated, but when he moves, it's gross. I don't like it. The courtroom scenes are getting so much better. By the 7th episode, I felt like I was watching Law & Order with a really messed up judicial system, and it was like intense and engrossing, and I was really, really engaged for the whole courtroom scene, and that was not happening before. I really don't know though if somebody who is not already a fan of the game series will enjoy this. So if you're watching this for the first time, you have no exposure to the game series, if this is dynamic enough for you to watch, I'm interested to know. And I would like to mention that I'm extremely excited because the next arc, I'm pretty sure, is my favorite of the series. So yay! So that's all the things I have to talk about this arc for the Ace Attorney anime series. And yeah, everything is getting better, guys. Everything is getting better. So fingers crossed that it continues in that direction. What I would like to know in the comments down below is what you thought of these last 3 episodes, or if you're ever planning on watching these episodes. I can't keep telling you to do it every single time I put up a video, but I probably will. I will keep doing it until the end of time because I love this series. Well, I love the game series, and I do think that it's moving towards the direction that the game series is. So you should definitely watch it. Also, you can let me know if you like this video by comment, subscribing, or giving me a thumbs up. And I hope you're having a really great day. Okay, bye. Oh my god, my battery is dying. seriously? I talked so long my battery died? Here we go. There's something blinking on my camera and I don't know what it is. Oh, I think I might be out of time on my card. It's still going. How is it still going? Then what is that? If you're still recording, what is that? The fuck?